Hey there, how are you doing today? This is Govardhan Pinni. Welcome back to my channel. Over here, we discuss about global markets, benchmark indices of India, based on the global cues and the scenarios that have been going on, and also the chart that has performed yesterday. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the charts. I'll just bring in the Nifty chart. So, on the left, you see Nifty spot prices, and on the right, you see Nifty futures. We see Nifty futures for the volume action. So, like we discussed yesterday morning, we did really see that 15,700 acted as a good resistance point. We can see that there was a fight between the buyers and sellers to cross that point. But once that point was crossed with decent volume and couple of tests back to back in the first session, it was decisive that it showed decent supports at 15,700. Although it was a pretty range bound day and we just made a high of 15,731 for the day, so 15,751 for the day. But that aside, it was completely range bound expiry. There wasn't much movement compared to the first half and second half. So it slightly took a step by step approach and it didn't really give a jackpot move or something as such. So on that note, we closed around 15,740 yesterday, above 15,720 levels. That's 680 to 720 zone, which we discussed continuously. So I guess we are at a decent support zone. That's what is being indicating on SGX Nifty, if you see. So let me just bring up SGX Nifty screen for you. 15,805, that's on future level. That's approximately 52 points from yesterday's closing of Nifty Indian futures. So I guess we are seeing for now a 50 points gap up, but we really do not know whether this is going to sustain or not. But yesterday's closing was on a positive note, and I guess we are slightly inching towards all-time highs again. So that's on SGX Nifty part. Coming back to Nifty chart, what we see is, so 15,800, the previous high, will still remain as a resistance initially, followed by 15,850 odd levels, 840 to 850 odd levels. So that's on the upside resistance, and on the downside support, 15,680 still is a good support, followed by 15,600 and 15,550 levels. So these are small supports and resistance that's for the day. And since the VIX is still pretty low, I guess we'll be on a range bound mode yet. So that's on that part, and let's see how the OI is placed for today. So this is OI stats for Nifty, and that's for today. So this is for next week expiry, that's 17 June expiry, and we see that 15,700 has heavy call rating, and it's almost close to 1:1, or let's say 0.75 is to 0.8 is to 0.8 is to 1. Let's say call rating is to put rating. So I guess we have a good support at 15,700. So unless there's a heavy price action that comes in during the day or heavy volume that kicks in due to some event news, we're not going to actually witness a heavy dip. So on that note, again, on upside, we are immediately placed at resistance. There's heavy call rating that's at 15,800, followed by 15,850 and 900. So it's likely to trade between 15,650 to 15,800 levels today on a broader note, and we can look forward to the price action that shall happen today. So that's on Nifty's front. Let's just see Bank Nifty and how it is placed. So on the left you see Bank Nifty spot, and on the right Bank Nifty futures. Again, the same concept. We see futures for volume concept, volume action basically. So Bank Nifty, like we discussed yesterday's 10th, and yesterday morning we did try to test the previous low, that's 34,640. That's what we were trying to test, and but the low that we made yesterday was 34,734. So that was the zone which we discussed also, 34,600 levels and 34,500 levels, where we had decent supports on the downside, and on the upside we had heavy resistance at 35,000 levels. So we can see that how many times it resisted, tried to cross but couldn't until afternoon. So this is one, and let me just show you on the chart. So this is one, and over here was one tick, and over here was one tick. So finally we did cross around 1.5. That's when the price action happened. The big move came up. Compared to Nifty, Bank Nifty showed a big move. That was approximately 140 points or so. From there we stuck to 35,000 levels, although we did try to test 35,000 multiple times, but we stuck to 35,000, and again we just broke from that range of 35,040 levels to another 100 points to closing. So we had a decent price action in Bank Nifty compared to Nifty yesterday. On that note, where are we placed on Bank Nifty? We see that there's been a positive close yesterday above the support zones, well above the support zones of 35,100. So I guess we can witness a positive momentum today in line with Nifty. And also, what about the resistance? So 35,500 is still a good resistance for Bank Nifty, followed by 35,800 levels. And on the downside, what are the supports? One is 34,800. 34,800 to 34,750 is a good support zone, followed by 34,600 and 34,500. So let's also see where OI starts are placed, just to give a confirmation on what we are speaking. So like I mentioned, 35,000 is heavy put writing that has happened. On the call writing also there exists, but we have closed up with 35,100. So that call writing doesn't worry me much. I guess they would cover their shorts anytime soon. So the call writing to put writing at 35,000 level is 1:1 currently, and we are placed well above 35,100, like I repeated multiple times. So we are at a good support zone. And then on the upside, as we mentioned, 35,500 forms a good resistance. So this might be a narrow range to look out primarily, but at any moment, if there's a price action that's being witnessed, these short writers, these call writers will have to cover their positions, or put writers have to cover their positions on the downside. Yes, it's a probable say, but it's a Friday and the first day of fresh expiry week, so we can't really completely trust OI yet, because it still has to factor the data completely, and whatever has been rolled forward to this week expiry, that will take some time to get adjusted. So on that note, that's a short view on Bank Nifty. So I guess that's it for today, and if you already haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, share, like and comment. Please keep your questions posted in the comment section, and I would be happy to answer them all. Thanks a lot. Have a good trading day.